Hi everybody, welcome to the QB School. I'm JT O'Sullivan. Today we are looking at Brock Purdy, Part 2, Oklahoma Big 12 Championship game. Fire it up, let's get it going. Welcome to the QB School. All right, Brock Purdy, Big 12 Championship game versus Oklahoma. First play, little post wheel. Not throwing it to the post touchdown. Am throwing the wheel. Nice throw. Big 88 can play, y'all, first of all. But right here, you can see that post come on the right side by the number 1 receiver. Big play fake. No to the post. I'd probably throw the post. I mean, again, obviously you're probably calling it for the wheel, but usually most teams will play this post to wheel. And again, it's a beautiful throw. High, give his big tight end a chance to go make the play, and it's there. But what I love about this play is, first of all, the design. So the offensive architecture, the motion, little short motion, FIB, you know me, formation into the boundary. We're coming across, and really here it is. This is usually first. And the reason why I'm saying it's usually first, and I don't have to be in the quarterback room to know that, it happens first. So maybe they have it alerted or something only versus a specific look, but geez, that would be the look right here. And it sure feels like he left a potential touchdown on the field here. Now, it's still a big play with the wheel there, but you tell me. I mean, that number 1 receiver, got big play action shot, get any iteration of a quarters safety, which it isn't, but it rockers. It goes from what I'm going to say is quarters to middle field closed. He just can't get over there. No, there's nobody there. That corner gets his eyes caught in the backfield up top. Look at that corner's eyes on the top of the 30. I mean, where's he looking? If that number 1 receiver just runs a go, there's nobody there. They're fortunate that it turns into a post. And in fact, I would tell most wide receivers there, in that instance, you just mailbox that thing and run straight. So maybe miss a potential shot there for the post. Either way, nice throw to the wheel, big play. Some nice downfield accuracy right here. Again, quarterback fundamentals. Play action shot, use your eyes, strong base. Again, no heel click, all his cleats in the ground, drive that thing. Nice pocket. Ball location up high on his face, give his guy a shot. But the inconsistency was there all over this game right here. We're going to sprint out to the right, down here to the bottom of the screen, a little comeback, and we're just going to miss this thing by yards. And the more I watched it, the more I thought maybe he thought the flat defender was going to run out underneath it and just wanted to miss high and wide, if anywhere. But then going back, I mean, there's nobody around him. That's a significant miss. I mean, it barely touches his hands. And he gets a little bit chunky here, or kind of choppy with his footwork. To me, when it's almost harder to go set your feet and then see how his kind of feet come together, his heels come together right there. It's just tough to be consistently accurate in that throwing position. So when you're on the move, you want to get out there, get set in that throwing position, that launch position, all your cleats in the ground, where you can have that consistent, smooth stroke. Right here, he just kind of gets caught in between, and the accuracy is really impacted. So again, does that safety that's standing on the 10 of the Big 12 sign there, when he runs out into the flat, does he run underneath and impact that throw? I originally thought yes. The more I watch it, no. This is just a miss. And again, I think the footwork is what leads to the inaccuracy. You can see his base right there, right on the 2-point strip. Heel click. Big wide miss. Sail. Missing by yards. So just showing what's there, what's with the film as far as the consistency, the ball control. Again, being able to do these types of things. We'll see this really come back and bite him later in the game. Out on the move. Accuracy lets him down a little bit. Right here, this is a 4th and short. This is a great run. To me, I'm used to calling this split flow zone read. So we're reading the C-gap defender, but if we pull it, quarterback gets to run it zone read. Here we have the sniffer coming across with a split flow action. So first of all, the shift, 2 tight end shift, love it. Reset the front, look at all the movement up front. Get the jet sweep. We're going to read number 7, defensive end on our right, C-gap player. If he squeezes, quarterback's going to pull it, and then we got a lead blocker for 0. So a lot of moving parts, a lot of horizontal stretch here, 4th and 2. Big time play. Again, showing a little bit of burst, A little flex at the end too. Not sure how I feel about that. But I love the emotion, the energy element of it. I love the offensive architecture here. Double shift, jet motion, split flow zone read on a big 4th down. They had to get something going here. The game was kind of spiraling out of control for him at this point. Does a nice job saying, I'll take care of it myself. Again, look at the shift, what it does. Now, obviously, they're stemming too, defensive front-wise. Just a lot of moving parts. Hard for those linebacker types to see where the ball is, get their keys, and we're athletic enough to get out on the edge and make an explosive play in the run game. Love to see that show up on film. Right here, just a brutal pick. We're throwing a corner to the number 3, my big tight end. This is a pretty rare, I would say, interception type. And what I mean by that is this play is pretty common. It's a corner by the number 3 and 2 5-yard ins by the number 1 and the 2. And we'll draw it up. How I'm used to this play not working is the corner falling off. Pretty rare, in my opinion, for the star or nickel to fall off and make this play. So what am I talking about scheme-wise? Because this is really, we talk a lot on this channel about X's and O's, especially in the red area. These are condensed windows. So right here, we're coming up, and we're running to the corner. 5-yard in, 5-yard in. We run this at every level of football. Normally, what happens here? This corner smells this thing out and will fall back into the corner. Now right here, again, depending on what they're playing, normally I would say this looks like a bracket type look, but how they look like they're playing the vertical of number 3 here, not quite what I would classify as like true brackets, where he's going to take the vertical on number 3. They're going to sort out the release here. What ends up happening almost looks like just 0 out here. And so when we come up and run this 5-yard in, this nickel star player, this DB type, he feels this thing fall off. He's able to pass this thing off to this near safety, then drives on it. Well, when he goes to the corner, we've got it. It's late. It's underthrown. Now, why it's late and it's underthrown, probably a few different reasons. There's a little play action fake, which I'm not a fan of to throw a corner. Don't know why you need a play action fake to throw a corner. A little bit late with the reset, but it's there. And it's just the ability to be able to see these kind of defensive adjustments. So let's watch the corner first by the number 3. He's got him, right? I mean, he's running full speed to the corner. That nickel's got his back turned to the route. He's going to fall in and make that play. Got him. I mean, you throw that thing at the top of the T, top of the E, that's a touchdown. So I think the ball is underthrown. But then the late element here. So the play action fake, now we're watching the quarterback. Play action fake, 1, 2, 3, hitch, hitch. I mean, it's really like 3 hitches there because the play fake counts as a hitch too. So everything is late. But man, red area, interception in a massive game like this where you're fighting and clawing, coming back to have someone this open in the end zone and miss it underthrown. You know, if you throw that high back 5, you hear us say all the time on the channel, you can't leave it short, front 5, interception. So just a brutal turn of events here on this one play to have someone running wide open because the corner does beat 32 down here. Got him. They try to switch it off, don't have it, and just a tick late and underthrown. You can see, I mean, that tight end's got him if he puts that to the back pylon, even, you know, a few yards farther. Plus, I just think it's late. The timing of it with the play action, the play fake, everything combined, real disaster. Right here, this is a play, this is a pass pro disaster, and obviously I think pass pro is very important to the quarterback position, so much so that we have a full course on it. We talk a lot about what I'm used to calling 5-0 protection. So this is an odd front. This is a 3rd and 6 situation. This is basically what I'm used to calling a 5-0. What is a 5-0? You watch the channel, you know, 5 one-on-one blocks usually. A bunch of different ways to say it. Big on big, double fan, whatever this is. Defense coordinators love this. Why? Because it creates one-on-ones. You got one-on-one, 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 one-on-one. But what really kills it is there's a few different ways to handle 5-0. You can go 5-0 and just go 5 big on big, or you can go full slide, which is basically becomes a gap-oriented pass protection. Now, there are some deficiencies in both, but if we're going to go pure 5-0 and we're going to fan both of these sides, meaning both these guys are going to come out, this really creates a massive island right here. And you've got to be a boss hog to be able to handle a big nose, a zero nose, with no help on either side in a big third down. And this is just murder. This is 187. Got no issues here with, they're dropping out. They're only rushing 3, and they still create a one-on-one, and it's almost get the quarterback killed. Luckily, they get a penalty, but it's more luck than anything else. Big 8 just comes in and wrecks shop. Boom. Love the fact that Purdy's able to protect the ball, but I mean, talk about a face mask. You talk about a center just taking a massive capital L. You can see the one-on-ones with the guards, right? They're fanning out. Leaves that center on a massive island. He's already lost. Just got to be able to get a lot more depth at the line of scrimmage. Again, easier said than done. Get 3 flags all over the place. Fortunate not to get somebody hurt here. This is why Pass Pro is so important. To be able to drop 8, still get a one-on-one with the center and take a massive L and just get really lucky to get a penalty there because he stays high. But Purdy does a nice job protecting the ball. But again, the reason it's part in here is because it's to show how important the pass protection is to the quarterback performance. Yeah, he doesn't have a great day, but he's also getting hit like this consistently. Halftime, you dig the channel and you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the bell, get the notifications. It lets you know when we go live, when we put out new content. I certainly appreciate the support for the channel. Then if you are looking for even more quarterback school content, hop over to the quarterback school Patreon community. Usually putting out 3 to 4 videos a month over there. And then if you want the best of the best, the premium quarterback school content, check out the quarterback school courses. Talk a lot about the Pass Pro course in this video, but we've got courses on RPOs, how to beat every coverage, quick game, lots of different things. Those links are in the description. Let's keep the video going. They're running some cool games up front to put a lot of stress on him. But man, we've got to be able to hold up better than that. Next one here is a big over down here at the bottom of the screen. Lots to like here. The downfield accuracy, the touch, the new over route that just got invented this past year that people love. But what I really love, Purdy-wise, is his drop here. So he's got some great mechanics. You can tell he's been coached at a high level. But his drop here, he's angling to be lined up to throw this thing. See how he's way over, but the right guard, the ball's on the inside of the hash. Fake, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's over the right guard. He's lined up to throw that over. And that's outstanding quarterback footwork. That's a great delivery down the field strike. So there are certainly some outstanding bones here, things to really love fundamental-wise, throwing the ball, offensive architecture. Love the footwork here. I mean, it really is. I talk a lot about dovetail. Some people just do angle. This is a bit of more of an angle, but he's lined up to throw that over. And I just think it makes everything easier when you're aligned to throw where you're going to throw. Everybody loves to see kind of the cross body, cross your field throws. But half of this is just the art of being able to give yourself the best shot to be successful, consistently driving the ball down the field. And right here, this drop is it. I mean, it's just a thing of beauty, right? Like little subtle things. You would never, watching it on TV, it'd be hard to see. But he drops to the other side of the hash. He's lined up, got his feet lined up, and he drives that thing outside the numbers or on the numbers. Just love to see it. Now, here's the touchdown pass up top, a little pick. Watch the number 2, pick the corner. There it is. Some poor tackling. Great job getting it in there. Nice job throwing it. Better offensive architecture here with the motion. Send the big tight end out there. We'll have the number 2 set a nice little rub or pick. And then just terrible tackling. Nice finish, though. Again, big fan of 88. So they get him out there. Then watch the number 2. We'll go pick that corner. Right on the 10. There it is. Rub. He goes around him. Can't make the play. Great job. Again, the quick game in the red area, these things are so important. Being able to be accurate with the throws, decisive, give your guy a shot to run after the catch. On the body, on the break. Excellent red zone execution. Right here, this is a kind of a back shoulder up top. They put 2-on-1 on the corner. Again, love the base of Purdy here. Love the accurate throw. Again, high, up on the guy's face, on the sideline. Trying to go fast here. A little half muddle. Motion from bunch. Check his base out, though. Never close to a heel click. Again, play action fake. All his cleats in the ground. driving that thing. Just love the decisiveness, love the ball location. Again, up high, catchable ball, 2-on-1 on that corner. Great job going from a bunch 3x1 to a 2x2. And we're just running 2 verticals up top. We're going to put a 2-on-1 on that corner. See the width of the wing or the outside wide receiver? He gets width, creates a real stretch on that corner, 2-on-1. And we just throw it away from him. Great base, though. The base, the timing, the rhythm. See how he gets the ball out on time this time? 1, 2, little shuffle, reset, out. Great execution. Again, big time, little semi-chunk. Down getting close to the red area. Again, not a huge fan of play fakes to throw the ball outside, but I could see why you'd have it here because you got 11 potentially on the seam on our right. So quick little play fake, shuffle. The timing of it is outstanding. The accuracy, I love it. Throwing it away from the near defender, lots to like. We got a little 3-on-1, big Y cross over thing. Variation, basically of 4 verticals with a shallow. Lots to pay attention to here. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is just watch the quarterback play. Going to get smoked. You can see when he lets this thing go, got the tight end coming across. Nice job anticipating that throw to space on our right, their left. Okay, but what really happens here? Again, these are some exotic fronts. So an iteration of a bear front. What is that? That's usually when the 3 interior core are covered. What most people call some variation of a bear front. So we're going in here. We've got a 0 nose. We've got a walked up backer. Walked up backer. To me, the 3 are covered up front. So how are they going to handle that? Okay, right here, they're going 5-0. So what's happening here, though, this stunt is a pretty cool stunt from the defense. 24 is running a pick into the guard. So when he does that, this back technically, because they're in some variation of a 5-0, meaning that they're here, the offensive line, so the back is on 24. Well, when 24 decides to ice pick and try to murder the right guard right in the chest, the back technically is going there. But what happens here is we set it, number 2 sets it, 24 runs into the right guard, and then 2 comes up underneath it. Well, the back, because he's locked on 24, he's not used to passing things off with a right guard. That's pretty damn hard. So he goes here, 24 runs into the guard, takes himself out, friendly fire, and then 2 is able to loop up underneath and get a free run on the quarterback. So we'll watch it, and then I'll talk about how exactly you would handle this type of stuff, or how I think you would handle this type of stuff. It's not a complicated switch, but watch 24. I mean, he's making a beeline. Boop! Thanks for playing. There it is. And 40 on the right, over the left guard, he's got the back. Looks like man-to-man. He's almost green doggy. But you can see that back come across to block 24 and realize, oh no, right there. And then he can't come back and get 2. So it's a nice stunt. Sometimes defensive guys are going to get you, scheme you up. The way that you would handle this type of thing, in my opinion, is just go full slide. So it doesn't matter which way you go. I think it's actually better when you go away from the back. So the offensive line would go gap to the left. So just imagine if they did that. Really, we can play it out both ways. So I think it's better when you go this way, full flow, as long as the back can handle a defensive end. That's a hell of a lot harder than it is for me to say. But let's just assume that he can. So we're down, we're down, we're down, we're this gap. And you could do the opposite too. Right here, I don't think it would be quite as good with this pressure. But again, full slide at least gives you, theoretically, the A and the B gaps protected. But pretty cool stunt, C24 going there, pick him off, get a free runner. But the reason it's in here for Purdy is he's got a free runner running through the A gap, essentially. He hits that back foot, doesn't flinch, delivers a strike down the field, and gets smoked. So pretty nice job quarterback-wise here. Love the execution down the field. Love seeing the big tight end get going too. Cool stunt. Oklahoma did a lot with their twist game, little exotic pressure game. Gave them fits up front, got a bunch of free runners on what I think are really tough things to pick up consistently. You might fall into some of these things occasionally, but it's going to be really hard to be able to block those things consistently with your running backs. Next one here. This is 88 seconds left in the game. Down by 6. A chance to go be the hero right here. We're running a variation of 4 verts up top with a little 3 and 2 switch and a shallow, little FIB. So it's not there. We'll talk about the stunt. They get a free runner. Purdy does a great job staying alive right here. And this is a shot to win the game, y'all. The number 2 up top. So watch him switch release, the number 2. And then he's running that normal, what most people call a special route, or that middle route in the 4 verticals. Now this becomes a scramble drill right here. Great job making 2 guys miss. If he throws this thing to the back pylon, you can see the wide receiver mailbox him down here on the 11-yard line. He throws that thing to the back pylon, got a chance to be the hero. Either way, he throws it. I would say it comes up a little short. Just watch the angle of that wide receiver. He's got to come back to it just a tick, shave it off. Again, I think he misses this throw just a tick, but it also hits the guy in the face. Now the DB might make a nice play, and it's a little blurry from the all-22, but to me the throw is short, but still hits the guy in the face. Now the defender makes a nice play. You can see everybody who watches this channel should know that that signal from the offensive line as we are sliding that way. Okay, watch the A-gap player 95 on our left loop all the way around. Really hard for that left tackle to see that. You can see the 40 is holding the left tackle as well. Holding his right arm. Thanks for playing. Right there, what a sweet move. I'm not sure about what the hell that defender's doing. Is it 8 for Oklahoma? Looks like he's more worried about the friendly fire than the play. But this is a shot to be a hero right there. We've got separation. You're out on the edge. Make that play. And it hits him in the face. So you got to catch it too. Maybe the arm is there a little early. It's going to be tough to get that call in a scramble drill type situation. But man, we got a shot for a game winner. Full speed. Watch the 2 and the 3 switch. There it is. Outside the pocket. Right there. Set your feet and throw a strike to the back pylon for the win. Instead, you stay on the run. You underthrow it. Defender makes a good enough play. Tough. Again, now I want to acknowledge it's not easy to play quarterback when you have free runners like this coming at you. It's just not. And I get it that they're looping and the guy going from the A-gap all the way around outside the tackle is going to be tough, but they're fast enough to get there and disrupt the play. But right there, man, set your feet and throw that ball. Or if you're going to stay on the run, you got to make that throw. Just a tick underthrown, and that's all it takes. Game of inches, of detail, so close to not have the execution with that type of situation. And then really the one that seals it, again, another scramble situation, another opportunity for almost the exact same play. This time it's a lot harder. The number 1 receiver up top ends up getting in a scramble situation to that back post, back pylon. Again, really hard to see. Might as well just point it out with the marker here. Right here, scramble situation, the same throw. I mean, it's borderline the same throw. It's actually probably a harder throw. Got more guys in your face. You're running full speed now. You have to stay on the run. But the arm strength here to make that throw, that's a throw we could potentially see from guys who went in the first round this past year. So again, just to the space, what you're trying to do. So that's what you're trying to do to win the game. And then the ball ends up being severely underthrown, picked off by a guy who's not even in the play. So just the athletic ability right here, he can see it, just can't quite do it. I mean, the guy's mailboxing him too. Look at the guy in the bottom right of the corner thinks it's going to be a touchdown. And I mean, it's underthrown by what, 10 yards? Just to be the hero. The only thing I would add is this was a 3rd down, so you don't have to chuck the Hail Mary type thing if that's what it felt like. It doesn't feel like that to me. It just feels like he misses it. So it's not there. Again, hey, acknowledge the fact. The right tackle just takes a total L on a one-on-one with 23. Gets beat inside. This looks like full slide protection to me. You can't get beat in your gap. He gets beat in his gap, on the inside gap, on the slide. So right here, nothing easy about this one. This time there's 3 guys. He's got to run full speed. This would be a hell of a play. Okay, but maybe you can bail back, give yourself a little bit more space to be able to get through the throw at least. But again, he's on the 40. He's on the what? 42, running full speed, chucking that thing, getting hit. You can see the receiver at the bottom of the screen. He's in the end zone, 17. And that ball is caught on the 8. I mean, he threw it, 30 plus yards and needed to go 40 plus yards. Much harder play, but again, not the type of things that you want to finish a Big 12 championship game like. Not the type of throws that you want to finish a season with. I know they got a chance to go to the bowl game and get a big win, but man, there were some hero opportunities there, and just for whatever reason, not executed at a high enough level, especially in a game-winning situation, because this is really opportunities for special plays. Chance to beat Oklahoma in the championship game and just leave it yards short. Tough. So that is a wrap. Brock Purdy part 2. Again, tough L, tough way to finish for sure in that game. I'm kind of excited to see more though. Big fan of the offense. Love the offensive architecture, the play design, tight ends, some talented weapons out there on the perimeter as well. Excited to dive more into that probably pretty quickly. So if there are other games you want me to check out, let me know. Again, as always, I appreciate the support. I will see you next time. Have a good one.